Tifu by being the only one who laughed at something said in Spanish and outing myself on knowing Spanish. I work in a warehouse, primarily filled with Hispanic employees. My warehouse manager, Tom, along with two others, Jeff and Bill, are the only non-Hispanic people. Most of the time, everyone speaks Spanish among themselves, switching to English only when they need to communicate with us. When I was hired, Tom introduced me to the team. With my background in warehouse management, I was brought on as a team lead. Being younger and the only non-Hispanic person, I definitely stood out. I didn't mind though. I knew they would come to like me, especially once I mentioned that I was married into a Hispanic family and had relatives who were Hispanic. I was excited to speak with them in Spanish, since it's my second language. During my introduction, I overheard some comments in Spanish about how it was silly for a young white boy to manage a large group of Hispanics. Jeff and Bill shared that they sometimes face teasing for not speaking Spanish, as others would often address them in Spanish before switching to English. Tom had hired me because he knew I understood Spanish, recognizing that many employees would not respect someone who couldn't communicate in their language. After the tour, Tom and I discussed how people assumed I didn't know Spanish. He mentioned that hazing the new guy is common, but that everyone there is hardworking and decent. We joked about keeping my language skills a secret, pretending I only knew a few words to get by. Fast forward about 9 months. I was doing well leading my team, and they respected my leadership. However, they often voiced their opinions about me in Spanish, which I initially found disrespectful. Over time, I learned to use it to my advantage in managing them. One day, while in the break room, someone was telling a joke in Spanish. I was eating lunch alone and not really paying attention. The person telling the joke is known for being the class clown, and while his humor can be a bit immature, I usually found it funny. This time, I understood the punchline and laughed hard, even though no one else did. The room fell silent and everyone turned to look at me, puzzled. I had no distractions in front of me, no book or phone, so it was clear I was laughing at the joke. A few of them started to crowd around me, and one person asked if I understood Spanish. I pretended to be clueless until they cornered me. He leaned in, serious, and warned me that if I lied and they found out, there would be consequences. This guy was much bigger than me and had a reputation, so I knew he meant it. In that moment, I decided to respond in Spanish. The room erupted in chaos as they realized they had been talking about their boss right in front of him for the past 9 months. After a long conversation, they calmed down and found the situation hilarious. I gained a lot more respect from them, and now I communicate with everyone in Spanish. So, the lesson learned? I kept my language skills a secret for 9 months, only to reveal them when I was the only one laughing at a joke.